Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to present our topic humor across cultures in English communication. In this presentation, we will analyze how humor changes depending on cultural perspectives and how these differences can influence communication in English speaking intercultural environments. My teammates are Laura and Jeanette, and myself, Gabriela, and we hope you enjoy our presentation.
Okay, we are going to start. Humor is an important part of communication because it helps people connect socially, express emotions, and build relationships. However, humor is strongly influenced by a culture. What is funny in one country may be confusing, uncomfortable, or even offensive in another culture. Nowadays, English is used internationally, so people from different culture backgrounds communicative with each other every day. Because of this, understanding cultural differences and humor can help improve communication.
Humor and intercultural communication. Humor includes sarcasm, irony, teasing, jokes, and storytelling. Different cultures use the forms of humor differently, depending on their social norms and communication styles. Intercultural communication refers to interactions between people from different backgrounds. In these interactions, misunderstandings can happen because people may interpret humor differently. Humor can create friendships, reduce tension, expand opinions, and strengthen social relationships. But it can also create confusion if cultural differences are not understood.
British humor is known for sarcasm, irony, dry humor, and understatement. In the United Kingdom, people often say the opposite of what they really mean as a joke. For example, if the weather is terrible, someone might say, "Lovely weather today." This type of humor can be confusing for people from other cultures because they may interpret the comment literally. British humor is usually more reserved and subtle compared to other cultures.
Okay, now we are going to talk American humor. American humor is usually more direct, expressive, and energetic. Many jokes are based on exaggeration, funny personal stories, and entertainment culture, such as sitcoms and stand-up comedy. In the United States, humor is often easy to recognize because people tend to be very expressive when joking, and however, some cultures may perceive American humor as too loud, exaggerated, and or informal.
Similarities and differences. Even though all cultures use humor to connect socially, the styles and interpretations are very different. British humor is more sarcastic and ironic, while American humor is more direct and expressive. Another difference is emotional expression. British people are usually more reserved, while Americans tend to express emotions more openly. These differences show that humor reflects cultural values and communication styles.
Humor can create misunderstandings when people from different cultures communicate in English. For example, sarcasm may be interpreted literally, teasing may seem offensive, and cultural references may not be understood. A British sarcastic comment may sound rude to an American person. This demonstrates that communication is influenced not only by language but also by cultural perspectives as well.
Okay, now we are going to talk about strategies for effective communication. To communicate effectively across cultures, it is important to develop cultural awareness and respect different communication styles. One strategy is to avoid assuming that humor is universal. People should also observe the culture context before making jokes. Additionally, it is important to avoid offensive stereotypes and use respectful language in intercultural conversations. Asking for clarification politely can also help reduce misunderstandings. And finally, it's very important be careful with sarcasm and irony.
Through this project, we learned that humor is deeply connected to culture and communication styles. One challenge we encountered was trying to analyze humor objectively because different cultures interpret jokes differently. But this project helped us understand the importance of cultural awareness in English communication. In future intercultural interactions, we would try to be more respectful, avoid assumptions, and pay attention to cultural contexts before using humor, for example.
In conclusion, humor is an universal form of communication, but cultures express and interpret humor differently, and understanding these differences can help people communicate more effectively and respectfully in English speaking intercultural environments. Cultural awareness is important because it allows people to avoid misunderstandings and build better relationships with individuals from different cultural backgrounds. Thank you for your attention.